Engineering Geology Lab. We are the teachers, Rehan Sadiq Saab, Dr. Tariq and Dr. Moin, who will be assisting you in your learning process of engineering geology, particularly lab. So this is Engineering Geology Lab. On my right side, it is A2CA section class, which is closed because of your absence. And on my left side, we have class of B section. You can also see your AMU ASCE International Student Chapter. You can see the board. Now we are entering into the lab. Here we have a list of your experiments which we will be doing or which we are doing. This is the list of experiment. You have already into the experiment number 3 and probably we will start the experiment number 4 today. You can see a lot of field photographs, the photographs of previous sections, previous year's students who have visited field at many different locations. But from last 5, 7 or 8 years or so, we are visiting a place near Fatehpur Sikri where we have rocks exposed on the ground. Now if you can see the rocks which are kept haphazardly on this table, and you can see in lab also we have lot of showcases where we have lot of minerals and rocks collected and bought from many different places. If you can see the trays here, these trays are having minerals and rocks both. They have been numbered. The tray has been numbered and in this you have minerals and rocks. This is from the last year's examination. You are being given these tray with number having some mineral or rock. You have to identify that is it a mineral or rock and what are the important properties of minerals as well as rocks on the basis of which you are trying to identify the rocks. So what I will do first, if you can see this layer of this line of samples. Now first of all what I am going to do, I am going to pick up the minerals from this line of samples. You see I am just picking minerals. So you see how I am able to identify that which one is the rock and which one is the mineral. That is a very important issue, that we are able to identify minerals from rocks. Both are two different things, but there are some rocks which are made up of only one minerals, Sometimes mineral and ore is the name of same thing. For example, laterite. Laterite is an iron ore also and at the same time it is a mineral also. So you just see that I am picking minerals and not the rocks. I am leaving rocks behind and just picking the minerals. So I have almost picked up the minerals which are there in these trays. I am leaving all the rocks. Okay, let me select one more sample which is a rock but made up of only one mineral. So I am just keeping it with me. I am again having a mineral in my hand and putting it into the tray. So I have picked some minerals with me and I am now going to my table where we have many more minerals which are with me, but I cannot claim to have all the minerals in my lab, but almost all important rock forming minerals are in my lab. So if you can see these are other minerals. So I have told you there are some 30-35 minerals which are the most important common rock forming minerals. So now I will try to explain that what are the different properties of minerals. The first and foremost what we see whenever we see a mineral or rock, first of all we see the color. We see the color of a mineral. So for example, this is a mineral with off-white color. Then I have same mineral with slightly different color. Then I have got another same mineral with almost transparent look. All these minerals, then we have different mineral which is also a transparent one. So all these minerals, if you can see this mineral, all these minerals are white in color. So you see I have collected many minerals here which are white in color. I have many more minerals which are white in color. You can see I am putting them down. All those minerals which are almost white in color. Almost white in color. You see white, dirty white with different level of translucency or transparency. See here, this one also almost transparent. This is nature's plastic. So this is also there here. So I have been able to collect those minerals which are all in white color. If you want, you can put it also. If you want, you can have this mineral also. You see all are white colored minerals, but I cannot identify minerals simply on the basis of color. I have to see some other properties also. Now apart from white color, I can show you a mineral with gray color and which has a sparkling appearance. If you can see, lot of sparkling, metallic sparkling or metallic luster. So this is dark gray colored mineral. I can show you a yellow colored mineral. If you can see here, this is yellow colored mineral. Then I can show you dark brown color mineral. This is dark brown color mineral. Then I can show you the yellowish green colored mineral. Then I can show you almost black colored mineral. See, this is almost black colored mineral, but here we have same mineral with slightly different color. So color is an important property, but that cannot be taken as purely diagnostic property. You see, this is a type of clay, ochre. This is iron rich clay ochre, red color. Then you can see yellow colored clay. This is called as dictite. Then you can see a white colored clay. This is kaolinite. Then I can show you almost similar color material, but this is not a mineral. This is a rock. This is called chalk. This is the original chalk, calcium carbonate powder made rock. Then I can show you this mineral. This is black in color. I can show you this mineral, which is both are same mineral but with different colors. So we can have slight variation in color of the mineral. You see here, both are same mineral, but one is light pink and one is white. So the change in color is because of impurity in trace amount. In a very little amount, if there is an impurity, that impurity changes the color of the mineral. And it is sometimes because of this change in color, that this mineral quartz of no aesthetic value, once it becomes pink in color, it becomes a gemstone. So it is the variation in color of a particular mineral make it a gemstone. Now if you can see, this is yellow colored mineral sulfur. This can also be used as a gemstone, but because it is so weak, its hardness is so low that it cannot survive even a month. So a gemstone has to be very hard and tough. Now you can see this is another mineral, almost no transparency, but the color is white. So in white shade we have lot many minerals. There are other minerals which are dark green colored minerals. I have shown you a picture of olivine in my PowerPoint presentation. That picture I have taken from Department of Geology. I don't have olivine mineral with me, but I have got the rock dunite, in which you can see the green colored olivine mineral. So this is a rock, but in that rock we have olivine mineral. Now if I can tell you that I have a rock here, this is granite, this is granite. This granite rock is made up of these many minerals. This granite is made up of these many minerals. These many minerals, they are constituting this rock granite. These 5 major minerals, they are present in this rock, that is your granite. Now we have granites of different colors, so the color of granite will change with change in the mineral composition, So this I have talked about a little about the color of the mineral. The next property of a mineral is the form. Next property of the mineral is form, that is how regular or irregular it is in shape. Both of these two minerals, they are same minerals, but one is having perfect crystal shape. This is natural, it is not made by any machine cut, and this is a mineral which is not having any crystal shape. This is irregular, but both are internally crystalline. So in next video I will be talking about the form. I have already talked about the color of the mineral. Thank you for the next video. Till next video.